Good morning, Henry. How are you?
Good, thanks, Lawrence. How are you?
Another show?
Absolutely. First indoor one for a while, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's nice to go back to face, isn't it?
Absolutely. It's been a great opportunity, to come and see dealers in the flesh, to see customers, to be able to connect together. It's been really good, and we've been actually very, very pleased with the attendance. Yesterday, the stand was very, very busy for most of the day, and again this morning it's been pretty busy too.
So, what's your role these days, Henry?
So, I came back to the industry in February of this year, joining Kubota as General Manager for Sales, Marketing and Dealer Development on the tractor and ground care side of the business.
Right, okay. So what's been good for you in 2020? What's looking forward to 2022 then?
Well, 2021, I guess, it's been all about the pandemic. It's been responding to a huge uplift and surge in demand that we could never really have forecast. No. So we've had to work differently. We've had to come together as a team, and in 2022, I think really it's going to be about continuing consolidating, and absolutely delivering on a lot of the business that's going on now. Really.
Yeah, right. Okay. Yeah, it's been very prosperous. A lot of dealers have sold lots of machines. It's getting the spare parts and stuff like that. Are you managing to source a lot of spare parts?
Generally, the parts are good. There's like always, there's the odd issue. Some sort of oils and lubricants. Perhaps it's the Republic of Ireland we've had a few struggles with, but generally the parts backup's been there. But for the dealers as well, again, they've had a fairly good time with it. It doesn't quite feel like that, but actually margins tend to be up slightly. The same would be said for us. Our business costs are down as well. So there are challenges, and actually managing relationships is still fairly tough. But actually, the dealers and the manufacturers, I think, will be okay this year.
And are you finding difficult to recruit staff?
Stuff is always a challenge, absolutely, and right the way through the business. Whether it's skilled engineers, whether it's assembly engineers and technicians, or whether it's even sales and marketing people, it's definitely a challenge.
So where do you think the industry, our own industry, as diverse as it is, how should we sort of attract the next generation?
It's a tough question, that, isn't it? Because there's so many career paths within our industry, and you could come from so many different areas. So whether you start grassroots sports management and surface management, whether you come in via the machinery trade, or even sort of agronomy and so on and so forth. There's so many ways to come into the business, but I think if there's a challenge at the moment in terms of, I don't really think we have one single voice in terms of getting people into the industry.
No, you're right, and I think that's the biggest problem. I've seen it for a number of years now. I think collectively, as an industry, we all need to come together to solve a particular issue.
And I think it's the land-based sector as a whole, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's all land-based industries, I think, can feed. If we had one voice, I think it would make it much easier to get the skills we need in the industry.
I hope you have a good 2022 and you have a good time.
Yeah, you too, Lawrence. Many thanks.